Well, Aaron Rodgers strikes again, almost actually got Mike McCarthy fired back in Green Bay. And there's no doubt that everyone is going to believe that Aaron Rodgers is behind the firing of Robert Saleh. Now, I just saw this on Bleacher Report that actually the owner of the New York Jets decided to bypass the front office and fire Robert Saleh on his own. He did not consult with anybody in his organization. He decided to fire this man. Unbelievable. Now, did that have anything to do with Aaron Rodgers? Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. As a Detroit Lions fan, we have seen this before. This man goes to an organization and he usually gets what he wants from players. If you remember, Lazard now plays for the Jets. Randall Cobb played for the Jets for a brief time. Devontae Adams was rumored to be going to the New York Jets, and he, being Aaron Rodgers, was actively recruiting him to come to the New York Jets. But now Robert Saleh, former defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, after a 20-36 record, is out at head coach for the New York Jets. Very sad time for him. Now, he was hired in 2021, and that is when they took Zach Wilson to be their quarterback. I think the fact that their offense could not get rolling and their defense has been waiting for their offense to catch up. And now you remember, because the Jets were to a point, I think they were stockpiling picks. I mean, Jermaine Johnson, Sauce Gardner, defensive line, right? This team on the defensive side of the ball has been waiting for the offense to catch up. And then you had Mike White, then you had Zach Wilson. He couldn't do anything. Now you got Aaron Rodgers in his second year. He gets hurt. So I'm not sure, obviously, what goes on behind the scenes. But did Robert Saleh get a fair shot in New York? And then why is the owner, I mean, you can do it, right? You can do it because you own the football team. So I guess you have carte blanche to do whatever you want. But at the same time, that's why you put people in place to make decisions for you. This reminds me of Jerry Jones 2.0. How are you not going? So Robert Saleh was reported to work. He was not only he was brought into the owner's office. I think his name is Woody Johnson, told he was going to be relieved of his duties, and then did not get a chance to address the players, was escorted out of the of the building like he was about to do something. I mean, you're talking about an organization that is in shambles. And like we talked about yesterday in a video, I know what that's like. Not to that extent, but this organization, the Detroit Lions, have been in shambles as of late. I mean, not in the last, I would say 10 years. 10 years from probably the moment we hired Jim Caldwell. Everything began to change after that. But we've never been to this extent. Now, we've gone 0-16. We've had miserable seasons. Marty Morning with those guys. We know what that feels like. But we've never, ever had this happen. Matt Patricia would probably be the lowest point we've gotten that I can remember in my time watching the Detroit Lions. Matt Patricia was worse than 0-16. But guess what? We let him walk out with dignity. Escorted out of the building. What is happening in New York, in New York, bro? What is going on? Now, Robert Saleh is a free agent, okay, still getting paid by the New York Jets. Money's not a thing for none of these NFL teams. So now you got the San Francisco 49ers trying to get this guy to come back. Trying to get him to come back as the defensive coordinator. He was the defensive coordinator. Then DeMeco Ryans took over for him. And then a few years later, he was now a head coach and is a head coach of the Houston Texans. So Aaron Rodgers strikes again. Another coach fired. Mike McCarthy fired. Remember, and Aaron Rodgers, man, remember the Denver Broncos hired Nathaniel Hackett because they thought Rodgers was going to come there. He decided to stay in Green Bay, and then a year after that, he gets traded to the New York Jets. This man, I'm telling you, I'm going to put everything on Rodgers. It just follows him for as great as he is, MVP, won Super Bowl. It's like trouble just follows him wherever he goes. Okay, don't forget Robert Saleh. He was fine last year dealing with what he was dealing with a hurt Aaron Rodgers. The minute 5 games in, okay, and then you throw 3 picks, and the coach get fired. I'm telling you, let me know what you think, man. I mean, do you think that some owners invest way too much, right? Invest the money and get out the way. Put people in place. And that's one thing that Sheila Hemp has done over the past couple of years, hiring Dan Campbell, bringing in Chris Spielman, guys, and getting out of the way. What is happening, man? Crazy. You get fired and you don't even know what's happening. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Robert Saleh fired. Do you think it was coming regardless of Aaron Rodgers? Because I find it hard to believe that if Aaron Rodgers is not there, if Zach Wilson is still there, perhaps they get a quarterback. If Aaron Rodgers was not on the team, maybe they took a quarterback in the draft, last year's draft. Maybe I believe he would still have a job. Tough. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you make of Robert Saleh? 20, I believe he's 20-36. On his way out the door for the New York Jets. Do you think he was given a fair shot? Because I don't believe he was. And having watched Aaron Rodgers for 17, 18 years, this man, you call people cancers. You know, cancers spread. They usually start one place and then spread to other parts of the body. I'm just saying, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well, because we are here, man, and we about to get comfortable.